नमस्कार आपण मानक समस्त को यही वीडियो रे बहुत बहुत स्वागत। आज यही वीडियो रे मैं आपण मानक सहित +3 थर्ड सेमिस्टर पॉलिटिकल साइंस ऑनर्स रो कोर पेपर 7 थियोरेटिकल पर्सपेक्टिव्स यूनिट 2 रो किछि 2 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन आंसर आपण सह वीडियो डिस्कशन करबी शेयर करबी आ वीडियो आगु को कहबी जे आपण माने पीडीएफ टी को किपर भाई पाई परबे। तो आमे सब शॉर्टली डिस्कशन करबा जेहेतु आपण माने सब हायर स्टडी पढ़लेनी तो मु भाबुची आपण माने सब कोन बुझी परिबे। तो गुड़ाई क्वेश्चन रही है सर्टली डिस्कसन करवा जहाँ नोट्स कि डाउट थी कि नोट्स को दरकार आप कमेंट में जनईदे मुझे कौन नोट्स आनीदेवी। व्हाट इज यूरोसेंट्रिज्म? यूरोसेंट्रिज्म इज बेस्ड ऑन द यूरोपियन एंड एंग्लो अमेरिकन वैल्यूज एंड कल्चर। सब यूरोप और एंग्लो अमेरिकन वैल्यूज आ कल्चर मूल्यबोध आ संस्कृति उपर ये कौन परिवेशित। The root idea of the Eurocentrism is derived from the ethnocentrism. It means one's culture only creates its own value, ethos and tradition, etc. Next question. Who for the first time used the word Eurocentrism? In what context it was applied? The word Eurocentrism was for the first time used by Marxist writer Samir Amin. Samir Amin first used in the 1980. He is a Mexican economist from Missouri. It was applied in the context of core preference and dependency model. Next, what is core preference model? In the core preference model, economically powerful countries remain at the core. They exploit in the poor and developing countries that are in the semi-prefer and prefer model with the help of their own army, political and commercial power. Next, what is dependency model? Dependency model means dependency model is such a world view where it lays emphasis on the class and society struggle. It analyzes means dependency model analyzes the story change from dialectical perspectives and also explains the capitalist development and the role of class struggle in the social change. Next, what are the main characteristics of Eurocentrism? Eurocentrism was developed during the European colonialism. The main characteristics of Eurocentrism and Europe history: civilization, knowledge, based science, industrial progress. Next, what is world realism? World realism is the called defensive realism for world continuous power maximization may lead to system imbalance. Hence, hegemony is not a global to pursued by a great power because it will be counterproductive. Next, what is machinery realism? Machinery realism is called offensive realism. Machinery argues that the states should pursue as a much power as possible. The state defensive should have overwhelming the power to ensure its survival. Next, what is the main work of Hans J. Morgenthau? His main work, Politics Among Nations, The Struggle for Power and Peace, 1948, is the cornerstone of realistic thinking. His realism was infused with moral consideration, and during the last part of his life, and he favored supranational control of nuclear weapons and strongly opposed the US role in the Vietnam War. His book Scientific Man vs. Power Politics 1946 argued against an overreliance on science and technology as a solution to political and social problems. Next, what is the main concern of nation state according to the realistic school of thought? The realistic school of thought holds that nation state that are main actors in international relations. The main concern of the field is study of power. Next, what is idealism and realism? Idealism emphasizes that international relations should be guided by morality. Realism is grounded in the emphasis on the power politics and pursuit of national interest. Next, what is classical realism? Classical realism believes that human nature is not intently beginning but rather selfish and competitive. Human actions cannot be subject to common guiding principles as they are very unpredictable. Humans' decision cannot be calculated from foreseen. It principle constant the one on the intended nature of the human beings. Next question. What is Neorealism? Neorealism is developed from classical realism. Neorealism concentrates more on placed by international system on the state rather than the nature of a man. They believe that the states are possessed with fear of security and internationally belonging. According to neo-realistic, all states do not trust each other are the process of increasing military capabilities. Through alliances and economic expansion, a state must have been conscious of activity of nation around it and must use a programmatic approach to resolve the problems that arise. Next, what is proletarian internationalism? Marxian view of international politics is based upon the concept of proletarian internationalism, which in itself is based upon the concept of unity of the working class at the international level. Next, Marxism believes that the final objective to secure its international socialist order through the proletarian internationalism against bourgeois nationalism. Next question, what is the core ideas of liberalism? With modernization and the emergence of modern national states in the 17th century, the bourgeoisie has been progress in every sphere of human life. Modernization demands progress in every aspect of human life, which in turn enhances the scope of cooperation domestically as well as internationally. Human beings' facility of reasoning, when applied to the international arena, result in greater cooperation amongst the states. Next, what is the Marxist approach to international relations? The Marxian approaches seeks to analyze international relations in terms of the relations between the capitalist bourgeois states. On the one other hand, the socialist states and states of the third world, on the other hand, Marxist approach to the international relations in the based upon the concept of proletariat, internationalism, anti-imperialism, self-determination, and peaceful coexistence. Next question. What is the Marxian view on anti-imperialism? Marxian view of international politics believe that the breakup of bourgeois world order is inevitable. Capitalism has reached its final stage. Imperialism, wars, militarism, and armed conflicts have become the order of day in this imperial stage. Next, what is Marxian view on self-determination? Now, Marxist approach accepts self-determination as the principle of organizing the international society. It advocates, means in Marxian view of self-determination advocates that all nations of the world must be free to determine their political density. Colonial system must go self-determination by all nations alone can give an enduring and strong basic to international relation. Next, what is liberal feminism? The liberal feminism is equally concerned with equal rights for both men and women, for which women need to empower to and should have the equal role in the society and have an equal role in politics as well as at work. They hold, means women hold view of that human beings are being rational and must be their rationality to reason that human beings have been innate rights to seek fulfillment in pursuing their interest, providing that they also respect the rights of other as much they accept their own rights. Next question. What is radical feminism? Radical feminism, it focus on the need to develop a woman-centered, centralized a means to challenge all male defined structure and values. They are critical of both liberal and Marxist feminism, as they see both as offering a model of women liberation which is based on model male values, thus encouraging them to aspire for what are essentially patriarchal values. This is because the radical feminist sees the root of women's oppression not a byproduct of capitalism but rather in the social system of patriarchy. What is Marxist feminism? The Marxist feminism rejects the reformist of liberal feminism but also criticizes schools of thought which emphasize on the general oppression of women by men. They see the oppression of women as a social group to be product of a political, social, and economic structure associated with capitalism, as not as a result of bias or ignorance of the intentional action of the individual. In other words, the oppression and discrimination of women is a result of the class system. Next question, what is feminism? Feminism means what? Feminism is the advocacy of rights of women. It explains that women have been disadvantaged compared to men and are subordinated to men because of a system of patriarchy. Next, what is patriarchy? Now, patriarchy is a system of social structures and practice through which men dominated and exploit women. This implies two things. One, that it is not biological characteristics but social system that are the root of the gender inequality. And second, that is not every individual man is necessarily in a position of domination, nor is every woman in the position of subordination. Next, how do we feminists define power? Feminist scholars show that power relations are the organized on the basis of gender In fact, that the concept of power is given to masculine traits throughout history. The very concept of the male is linked to the notion of power. Power is constructed as a possessing force, the ability to influence others. Next, what is feminist view of state? गोटे feminist गोटे state को से देखुछन किपरि ना feminists argue that traditional theories of the state are either descriptive, deal only with the characteristic like sovereignty, territory, power, or deal primarily with their roles in the instruments of coin of the social cohesion. States, according to feminists, are participatory and structured and support to patriarchy. So in this video, we discuss too much question answer. If you get the answers, notes, so join our Telegram group. Link in the description. Thank you to all for watching this video.